I did just now, like 20 minutes of idiot. So, because I did not know that, um, I didn't know that this was on. So anyway, um, okay, I had my, like, oh my god, like, source opened up with, like, if, literally, if I could have any man, anything at all, I mean, like, this was it. Um, like, man, I've been drinking hard for, 10 years, maybe 11. Um, I mean, hard, like, um, one, oh, like one of those, um, every day. And I didn't take any days off. And, I would start, um, as, as soon as I woke up. It was sitting there on my table beside my bed. Oh my god, that was so hard to say. But anyway, um, so I quit. I quit. I quit. Like, okay, and like I've never been able to kick anything, like, by myself. Like, there's always had to have been like something, like, okay, so I was on, cocaine, like, from, I think, like, 19 to that's a hard number to say, but anyway. But I mean, on coke, bad, 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 bad. I was like, I started with crack accidentally. I didn't know I was smoking it. I thought I was smoking a joint, and it didn't hit me until, I think I'd hit it like once, then pass, and then I hit it the second time I hit it. My lips went numb. I was like, what? And then I just started getting like really chatty and like loving to talk and like feeling awesome and like like every good feeling that you could feel. And it was so fun. But then it turned like really not fun. Um because like like I was hooked. I did it one time. I was hooked. I was hooked. I was, yeah, it was over. Um, but we kept on, smoking primos for like a week and until, like, we were like going through so much money, which means I was going through so much of my grandma's money. And, anyway, um, so we ran out of weed. We didn't have money to buy weed, but we did have some a rock, and we didn't have Google back then, and so we didn't really even know how to smoke it at all. And when I say we, I'm talking about he and my boyfriend, who ended up my ex-husband. Um, this is fun just sitting here. I just got high. And yeah, not caring about what anybody thinks. I'm doing this for my kids. Now don't get me wrong. I really would love to make a lot of money. I've been living on like $10 for like the last 2 weeks. Um, but I mean, I'm not worried about it because, like, okay, so back to my manifestation, because oh my god, it's like the coolest. So this was last Saturday, and I had no intention to stop drinking. Mm-mm. In fact, I was I wanted to quit smoking cigarettes. So it's so weird. So I have like 2 prescriptions of Chantix, and that's the only thing that I've ever like used that's forced me to quit. Basically, it forces you to quit. And anyway, so I have some that I never used, and I took a, the small dose, the white one, that night, and I was just ready to quit smoking, and I don't know, I was just dicking around doing this and doing that, and um, all of a sudden, I'm out of vodka when I poured my last drink, and it was like 12:30, but it was, I mean, God, just getting out of my room and the house, and oh God, it just takes me forever, and I didn't, and I dicked around, and it was 2 o'clock, so I couldn't go get any more. But I still had a full Gatorade bottle of my drink, which is mostly vodka. And I just sipped it real slow, really, really slow, until like 5. I think, yeah, it was like 5 a.m. I took my last sip. And I just decided to not buy anymore. And I haven't. Like, I just quit. Like, it was so easy. Like, so easy. Like, so, and like, I know that I really did quit. And it was so easy. Oh my God. I am so happy and so grateful. I mean, okay, I started like peeing. I didn't realize how little I was peeing, because it's like quadrupled. And spit, I have spit now. I must have just stayed dehydrated. Oh my God, I am so grateful and thankful. And so excited, and like, I mean, like, um, yeah, like, and I have been so like, in alignment for the past week. Man, and source open with me kicking vodka. The only time I did, I got tricked into going to a detox, but then I didn't realize that I was being locked in. So I did quit. I think this was a year ago. I quit for 5 days, and then they released me, and I got in a taxi cab, and I went home, and I poured me a drink. So, yeah. And like, it just like nothing, like, I guess only people who are, you know, um, get addicted to stuff so easy. I am so glad that my body violently rejects opiates. Like, like you, wow. Because there's no way I could sustain that. Probably, I would have speedballed myself to death. So I guess I knew that before I incarnated, to make sure to pop that gene for opiate rejection, and but especially pharmaceutical opiate rejection. Ugh. It's the I've done heroin, and the first time I did heroin, I didn't know I was doing heroin, and almost, well, I don't know. Everybody says I OD'd. Um, I thought I was doing coke. This wasn't even that long ago. This was like 6 years ago. I thought I was doing coke, and it looked like a chunk of coke. The only difference was it was really hard, and it was taking me a long time to break it off. But I hadn't done anything. I hadn't done coke in like a few years, right? So I was like, just really wanting to. And if I had had my way, I would have done way more than what I did. Thank God that I couldn't get more off of it. So I do it, and like, first I noticed that I wasn't paranoid. I'm super chill. Feeling kind of weird though. And so I was sitting on the toilet, and so I stood up, and I walked down to my roommate's room, and because I had given him some to snort, and I was like, you, I walked in the room, and like I leaned up against the wall, and I put arms like that, and I'm like, what's this cut with? Like it was not even registering that what happened, and it didn't register. Like I didn't find out till like a couple days later. So then I'm walking back up to the other side of the house where my bedroom was, and I don't really remember anything past the middle of the hallway. When I woke up, it was like 4 hours later. I was on the floor, on my back, with my legs straight up in the air, and and as soon as I woke up, I stood up and I projectile vomited, but it just was really nice, easy going vomit. Like it was just like, hey, look, we gotta get up out you. So look, we're just gonna ease on up out you, okay? Cause that's what a heroin puke does. And let me tell you, it was the last like real heroin that there was. The last like run of it, because after that, like there's fentanyls and all of it now, all of it. But anyway, but I'm glad to have had the experience. So anyway, I wake up, and I did the little lovely vomit, and I'm still just feeling like I'm ugh, feeling weird. And I go use the bathroom, whatever, and I'm walking out, and I like passed by the mirror and looked at my face, and my eye was black, like just black, and like swollen, and I'm like, what happened to you? And I guess as soon as I got to my room, I had because where I woke up at was sitting right next to a wooden bar stool, like, and so I'm guessing when I went down, I went down like face first, and, I had to have gone down face first and hit the seat of that bar stool. But my eyes stayed black for like 3 months. It was horrible. So, and I still don't know what the heck happened. I'm still thinking that it was just like bad coke or, but it wasn't bad at all. But I don't know what it is, and, and I'm really just not thinking too much further than that. But I was talking to um, the person that I got it, and I told him what it was. I said that Coke was weird. I'm still thinking it's Coke. I'm like, it was really. And then I explained. I told him the story about what happened, and he was like, "Oh," and he's like, "That was heroin," and I'm like, "Wait, what? What? No." And he said it was because the guy he got it from. Anyway, there was a mix up, you know. And if it had been anybody but unkillable me, I mean, like, okay, so the heroin addicts that I have asked, I've told this story to, and I've asked if that's normal, and they're like, no, no, you did way too much. But and I like that I was on my back and didn't vomit, die, like, that's the way most heroin deaths go. You just choke to death. But I don't think that's the way it is with fentanyl deaths. I think fentanyl, you just go to sleep. Ugh, that stuff makes me so sick. I hate it. But anyway, I am no longer a drinker. Okay, so I had my last drink at 5 a.m. last Sunday morning, and today is what, Thursday? I mean, I don't even, I'm not sitting here. I learned how to, oh my God, I'm having all these epiphanies about it. Like, I have been in the process of rewiring my brain since definitely, I mean, like, on and off, but not really knowing what to do for like the last 20 years. But like, starting to get the knowledge and do it, like, for real, since the 1st of January of this year. And so it was 11 months, because man, I've intended to quit drinking. Like, I was, one of my very first intentions, I was writing out affirmations, and just, yeah, that got put up in the vortex like first. And I had thought to myself before that, you know, um, okay, my mind goes blank. Does y'all's minds ever go blank? Man, I just be talking, and then all of a sudden, I just can't remember what the fuck I was just talking about. And then I just stopped caring. And then what I'll do is I will remember what I forgot about 15 minutes back. And because I said that, now I forgot it again. Jeez. I'm tired. You know, I do like to stay up all night. But what I have discovered is that the cause for me to stay up all night was not the alcohol. So, because I no longer drink the alcohol, and I'm still doing it. But you know what? I've been. When I was a kid, I used to read a lot of books about near-death experiences. Like that's like the only kind of book I was like checking out at the library. And I don't know, they've started coming up on like suggested videos, and it's people telling their own. And this last lady I listened to, she got told in 1994, she found out that we do create our reality with the things that we think. If we think it's it's already starting to be, they start making it. It starts being built just by you thinking about it. So a person who is not able to be the driver of that is probably not going to be able to manifest anything. Well, definitely not, because I mean you have to know how to do that. And I mean, and I can't say that I just learned that since the beginning of this year, because I mean I read my first book about on meditation like when I was 18 or 19, and I remember that's when I started, and it was so annoying that like I could never do it long, and I would get so aggravated, so I'd stop, and then I wouldn't do it again for a couple days, and I'd try it again, same thing would happen, because like I just like thoughts were just yeah. I mean, I'm like, I can't catch all that. But now I'm like, and that's why you have emotions. That's why we have emotions. Is basically that's our GPS. Because when we start feeling emotionally bad, we're not in alignment at all with Source, because Source doesn't ever feel bad. Source is just nothing but unconditional love. And I don't know if it's just me in here, and I have gotten to feel it once, and it was from Jesus, because he came to my house, and he administered me some DMT, And that's a really cool story. Because it was Jesus. Because the next day, like, my dog was acting really weird, and then, I'm gonna wait. I don't want to tell the whole story right now. But I met Jesus, and, like, okay, so like, I was immediately reminded of the Bible story in the Bible about when Jesus went over to Mary and Martha's house, and Martha was just cooking and cleaning and cleaning and cooking and Mary was just sitting at Jesus's feet and just like all she wanted to do was and I know what she was doing because I did it, and it's just it's a just we're not able to we I don't think that we're able to feel it like to that degree, like not like it, I don't think a lot of people are. I don't know. I'm very thankful that I was very thankful. and and then I know that I created the whole thing myself because like that whole morning, like before the evening that we did the DMT, I was excited because like 3 or 4 years before that, I read Dr. Rick Strassman's DMT, the Spirit Molecule, and then after that, like the movie or the whatever came out, and then like Joe Rogan, started talking anyway. So I really, I've been wanting to do some DMT. And I'm still trying to tell the DMT story. I don't want to. But okay, whatever. So my daughter hooked it up. She came over, and she's like, "Okay, we're doing DMT tomorrow night." So we went to sleep, and then when we got up the next morning, I was like so happy all day, and I just kept saying to my boyfriend and stuff. I was like, if we get to meet Jesus tonight, I'm meeting Jesus tonight. I was literally saying those words, and I literally believed it because that's why I was saying those words. And so I mean, like, so I didn't know it at the time, but I totally manifested that whole thing. And so it's some kid from school going by, his name was like Mike Fresh, and he was just short. He was like my height or shorter, and I'm like 5'5.5", and so here he comes, and he's got like a Jesus haircut, and I don't know, for he's just short, and then he's arrogant, and I just like I was just like I can't stand Mike Fresh. Oh my god, gross. And then I thought we were just gonna purchase the DMT, and then he was gonna go, and he's like, no, I don't ever do that. If I sell you DMT, then I'm gonna give it to you. And I'm like, fuck. I was so upset. And whatever. But when he came in, I had a black standard poodle. He was big. He was a big dog, and but he was also friendly, And when Mike Fresh came in, like Rufus, I looked at like Rufus, like he his tail was up, and like he was on guard. And then the longer that Mike stayed, like you could see that Rufus was both like just scared to death, but also trying to be brave, it was like what my feeling was. And when we die, this is like, we're not gonna have language anymore. We're gonna talk in feelings. It's so weird. Anyway, I could feel him. I could feel him, and he knew that whoever that was powerful. And I didn't immediately, um, but anyway, uh, and so we all went in the living room, and he had it in a vape, and Rufus wouldn't come all the way in the room, which is very un-Rufus like, but he just stood there and he just watched, and like, gosh, he just was being so weird, and so anyway, we do the DMT, yada yada yada, and it only lasted like 10 minutes, and probably at like 5 minutes in, I'm like, I just had looked over at the guy who's not Mike Fresh anymore, and man, it was Jesus. I looked in his eyes, and I could feel the love like this, and it's not like any human kind of love. It's just this. There's not words for it. Now, mind you, I couldn't stand this little dude, and I'll never forget. I just was looking at him, and I was like, I literally, these words came out of my mouth. I said, I just want to worship you. Oh my God. So anyway, we come down. It's such a nice, like, on a feather coming down, and he's back to Mike Fresh, and Rufus is still just standing there, just like not liking the situation, and so Mike did tell me, he's like, I come around and I do this for like a lot of people. I've done this a lot of times. He's like, I have never seen anybody rock it to where you went to, like, he's like, I've never even seen anything close to it. And I noticed that, like, my daughter did it, my boyfriend did it too, and all their takeaway was the colors that they'd never seen and the shapes they'd never seen. I was cool and all, don't get me wrong, but the first thing I said, like, okay, after I took one hit off the vape, held it, blew it out, and then I took one more big one. 5, 4, 3, and then we were sitting on a mattress that was on the floor, and I just did just went into this weird, like, back roll, and I was like, oh my God, I was right. None of this shit is real. None of this fucking shit is real. I was so right. That's what I said. And I was. Because that was way before all this new neuroscience had come out. But it's the only thing that makes sense. And the thing that makes me think about that the most is our eyeballs, like our physical eyeballs. Like, we don't even really see a fucking thing with them. Like, everything we see is a reflection. None of it is like a real thing. It's all reflection. That's spooky. And really cool. super cool. But yeah, I'm doing these, all these videos of me. November 1st, that just passed, made 18 years that that my mama's been gone. And, you know, she's been gone for a long time. So I've had a lot of time to think about her and then think about me and my kids, and also think about how she drank herself to death. So, and that's basically what I have been doing. And I knew I was committing suicide like she did, just real, you know, casually and passively, hopefully like nobody notices type of way. And it's just so cool that I quit. But one, didn't like working. Like, I've lived with major depressive disorder like forever. I don't remember ever not being depressed except for this year. And it's been awesome. Oh my god. Like, I don't remember. I'm not depressed anymore. That was actually the first manifestation. Man, they're, oh my god, I just realized that one. Man, they have been coming, this shit works. You just gotta learn how to train your mind. And once you get the hang of that, oh man. And you know what I just did right there? I coupled my intent with a very powerful, positive feeling, like emotional feeling. And when you do those two together, that's when the magic happens. I know, I'm so skilly. And my kids will have all these skilly videos of me to watch after I'm gone. I always think about how I wish that, oh God, what I wouldn't, I only have 1 or 2 pictures of my mother, and I would give anything to have a YouTube channel full of her. That would be amazing. But then I would also, see, this is me being a guard in my brain. That would also be me living in the past, and like, I like to stay present now, because the present is always a present. Like, always. See if I can think of anything else good that I wanted to talk about. How have y'all been doing? I don't even know if anybody's in my room, because I'm not actually looking at the YouTube page, because that one lags. And then I get confused. So I don't use that one. And I just want to kind of use the space to kind of, this is a big thing that always bugged me, was like, it wasn't until after she had been dead for like 10 years, that's when all these questions I have for her started coming. And I'm thinking, like, oh my God, like, I don't want to do that to my kids. Gosh, no. You know, because I started this like when I was still drinking with no plans to stop, and So yeah, I wanted to, make a place where mostly we could talk about God and stuff, because that's always been my favorite subject. Just anything, not having to deal with peer. Gosh, that NDE lady that I just listened to, and I believe her, because like I have that gift. I can look and listen and observe somebody and know whether I'm a human lie detector. And she was telling the truth. Except I'm not really human. I'm an angel, and so are you. And we've all been here a shit ton of times. And not just here. We incarnate other places too. That's what the lady said. And that makes sense. That checks out. If like everything is like all of this is just a thought. The universe is just a thought. Like it's just a thought. None of this shit is real. Like it's you get it down to a quantum level. The atoms there sometimes. I mean, electrons there sometimes. Sometimes it's not. It can be like 3 light years away, but still behaving the same as the when it just left. They're still doing the same things, 3 light years apart from each other. I read the where the computer. I read the first place where the computer simulation theory came from, and I think I read that probably in 2009. And oh my gosh, that fascinated me so much, because everything in it, I could, okay, yeah, that definitely could happen, and it could. It's not, this shit is real. All you gotta do is think it, but when you think it, anything you think about, that you believe. Okay, now this believe word is a funny word for people, because I think like a lot of people, some people, I don't know, think that belief is just any kind of, no. I'm talking about the kind of belief that where you know the sky is blue, you know the grass is green, and you know water is wet, like knowing like that. I've been talking this to my kids for 10 years. And if you can, because that's, and you know what? I mean, I learned it from the Bible. That's where I learned it from. Because I got saved in 2008. Now, before that, I never went to church. We didn't go to church. I didn't know anything about it. Nothing. I knew nothing about the Bible. Nothing. Like, literally nothing. And, where's my lighter? There it is. And so, when it was my experience when I got saved that I just felt this need to read the Bible, and I did that for about 3 or 4 hours a day, and all I did was listen to sermons on the computer while I cleaned the house, and it just happened. Yep, it's gone. And this is smoking in. Now, see, I do wonder if alcohol caused that little problem. Because, you know, that checks out kind of. Seems like something alcohol would probably do. Because, like, when I drive now, when I drive sober, it looks like I drive drunk. and, and when I walk, like, yesterday I tripped on the side of the couch, the same place I trip. Like, literally every time I walk by there, I trip on it every time. And just busting my toe really hard, my pinky toe, and, you know, just, whatever. Okay, but since I've been sober, like, yesterday, I'm still hitting it. Yesterday, it made me, like, fall. I'm like, I had the coolest meditation. Uh, well, the night, yeah, Halloween. You know, because that's, the day before All Saints' Day, so the veil on that night that separates the worlds is super thin. So I want to go out and see if I could see any ghosts, which I did. I saw a shit ton of them. Didn't talk to it. I think I heard, it's not like I talked to them, but excuse me. I think I heard one or two of them, like, say something to me, but I don't remember what it was, and I didn't know how to talk back to them. And here just recently, well, actually, I got into a wreck and hit my head really hard. In 2020, maybe, I think it was. And after that, I could like see people's auras, and like, oh my god, it was crazy and stuff. I don't do that anymore, but and there's always a lot of other dimensionally, yeah, like interdimensionals around me a lot. They're in here right now. Sometimes I see them, sometimes I don't. Not see them. You would have to know what I mean to know what I mean. It's not like I see them, but I see them. But it's not like it. I'm not really seeing them, but it's the knowing. It's the knowing. It's this weird knowing. And it only happens, like, you know, like, I have to be super in alignment. And God, that's been just, like, happening. Like, I stay that way now. Why would you want to be any other way? Like, why? Like, I guess, look, I'm going to sit here right now and meditate and watch. I'll be in a trance. Sometimes when I do this, this started like 10 years ago. I would sit in my backyard when I had a backyard and a house and stuff. And I would sit back there and pray and stuff. And sometimes Jesus would, like, come and we'd go, like, flying, like, fast. And it felt just like being on a roller coaster. And, like, the first time it happened, it scared me, and I jumped out of the whole, like, I jumped out of the whole situation. That's how much because it was so real, and it was so weird, and like it was so fast, and the drops were so steep, and you could just feel the velocity and the forces. The other night, on when the veil was thin, um, I got this download, and like while I would get these, I got several of them, but anyway, um, while they were happening, I was just standing there, being still, but I felt each of my feet just like on these stairs, like being lowered down, and it was kind of like, because the little square I was standing on was so small, and I had some kind of like slight fear that I immediately plucked out, though, that I wasn't gonna be able to keep my balance, and and then it dawned on me, like, bro, chill. You just like in some other dimension right now. Everything's gonna be cool, bro. You're gonna be okay. I didn't really say all that, but yeah. So if you've never meditated and it's really common. The whole roller coaster in the universe, or whatever people want to call it, some high up roller coaster. I've heard it before, actually, but I mean, I didn't hear it until after my own experience of it. But it was 10 years after, and so when I heard it, somebody else say the same exact thing, I was like, and then to find out that there's a shit ton of people that have the same fucking thing. And I'm like, okay, and so for like the past, I had this idea like 2 3 years ago, because I've been, the older I get, the more I find God ironic about everything he does is fucking ironic, and I love irony. It's one of my favorite things, and that one just took off. That must be Source's way of telling me that I'm just having this thought now. This must be, I think that's Source's way of telling me I'm babbling. I read tarot cards, not for anybody but me, and been doing it for a lot of years, and lately, lately as in like the past like couple months lately, like, man, I can't ever pull a bad spread. They're all amazing. Like, and most of them now, it'll be mostly major arcana cards. I like, I did one spread today. That was 7 cards, and 5 of them were major arcana. And there's always the star is in them, the star, and the hermit. And the hermit, like, that's definitely me, like, right now. Hermit and High Priestess, but I've always been the High Priestess. I even look like her on the Rider-Waite deck, and she's number two. 2 is my birthday, and like when you do the gematria or Hebrew numerology on I thought I just went just like that. Except now I'm thinking it's future Sarah just plucking that shit right out of my head, because she knows where me saying it will lead. That's something I do when I meditate. That's one of the things I do. I go and I go to like me in like 1987, and I think with me in 1987, I think I because we lived right behind my school. I think I caught her walking home from school one day, you know, because she meets me this age, and she's always she's well, no, she's never like that. She always just talks back and stuff, and I wish I could smell her. But anyway, I was doing that in an effort to be more progressive and removing blocks and healing all the trauma from my childhood, which I have successfully completed as far as I fucking know. Pretty sure I have, though. I don't think I could have manifested all the things that I've manifested and not be. I mean, I don't drink now. I can't. I literally say that. I don't drink anymore. I'm sorry. I don't drink. Hey, I don't drink anymore. Sorry. I don't drink. Guess what? I don't drink. That's to me, that's the same thing as saying, and guess what? I have a small little dick inside of my labia. Don't know where that thought came from. You know what app really, really, really got me to where I could meditate awesomely was an app called Mesmerize. And it was $50, but it is so worth it. It's so worth it. And it's just it's to me anyway, it's like those magic eye pictures that used to be in the funny papers in the newspaper, and and if you look at it long enough a certain way, it becomes three-dimensional. And that's how I see everything. When you just kind of stay in that space, everything's weirdly the same, but not different, but maybe just you're not really here, I'm not here. And yeah, as I tell my kids this, no, the weed just really isn't that good. I mean, it's good weed. It's not that good. Because and I've smoked a lot of weed in my life, just a shit ton of all kinds of weed, all kinds, like from like just high price to freaking trash dirt weed, lower than Reggie, like with seeds and stems. That's a word kids don't know these days. 2 words. So, well, I am feeling some kind of it's time to get off energy, so that's what I'm going to do, so I can go meditate hard. And I think I might even edge. I love to do that. Y'all have a good day. And, you know, like, if you see this and you want to like and subscribe, it would be so, I've done it before. I have gotten monetary, like, check. I've gotten check paid by YouTube. And then they deleted my channel. I was in the first round of the demonetizations. Anyway, yeah, I would really love to get monetized. So, I don't know if you want to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Like seriously, I would feel it. I would super appreciate it. Have a beautiful day. I love you. Where's my glasses? Alright, because I don't know how to shut this down.